You start Monday motivated. You make a plan. You promise yourself, this time, I'm actually going to stick with it. Day 1 feels easy. Day 2 is fine. But a few days later, you're back to your old habits. And then you tell yourself, I just don't have enough discipline. But what if that's not the real problem? What if you were never taught how consistency actually works? Part 1. You rely on motivation. The first mistake is expecting motivation to carry you. Motivation feels powerful because it makes difficult things feel easy for a while. But motivation naturally changes. Some days you feel energetic. Other days you feel tired, distracted, or simply don't feel like doing anything. If your habit depends on feeling motivated, your habit becomes inconsistent too. That's why successful habits aren't built around the question, do I feel like doing this today? Instead, they're built around, what is the smallest version of this habit I can still do today? Read 1 page, do 5 minutes. Write 1 paragraph. The goal isn't to impress yourself. The goal is to keep the behavior alive. Part 2. You make the habit too big. Another reason you quit. You try to change everything at once. You decide, wake up early, exercise every day, study for 3 hours, read 30 pages, stop using your phone, and become a completely different person. By next Monday, your brain sees a huge amount of effort and resistance builds. Then you miss 1 day, and suddenly you think, I failed. But missing 1 day isn't the problem. The problem is turning 1 missed day into a week. Instead, make your starting point almost ridiculously easy. Because consistency isn't about doing the maximum. It's about making the behavior easy enough to repeat. Part 3. You expect results too fast. This is where many people lose. You work hard for a few days, but nothing seems to change. So you think, maybe this isn't working. But most meaningful changes are not immediately visible. A habit can be producing progress before you can clearly see the result. Think about learning a skill. 1 day of practice may not look impressive. 10 days may not look dramatically different. But repeated practice compounds. The problem is that we often judge a long-term process using short-term results. You don't need proof every day that you're improving. You need a reason to keep going. Part 4. You build a system, not just a goal. Here's the biggest shift. Stop asking only, what do I want to achieve? Ask, what system will make that behavior easier to repeat? If you want to read more, keep your book somewhere visible. If you want to study, prepare your workspace before you need it. If your phone constantly distracts you, create distance between yourself and the distraction. Don't depend entirely on willpower. Change your environment. Because the easier a behavior becomes to start, the easier it becomes to repeat. Part 5. The identity shift. And finally, stop thinking, I'm trying to become consistent. Start thinking, I'm someone who keeps promises to myself. There's a difference. The first is something you're attempting. The second is an identity you're building. Every time you follow through, even on a tiny commitment, you reinforce that identity. You don't become consistent in one massive transformation. You build consistency through hundreds of small decisions. So if you've been starting over again and again, don't immediately call yourself lazy. Look at the system. Are you relying on motivation? Is the habit too difficult? Are you expecting results too quickly? Is your environment working against you? Fix those things. Because consistency isn't about being perfect every day. It's about returning to the path when you fall off it. You don't need to become a completely different person tomorrow. You just need to make one promise to yourself. and keep it today. Start small, repeat it, and let consistency do the rest.